This next story, I'm going to admit, this next story is really not that important, especially when we're talking about saving the social safety net. This next story is really not important, but occasionally I like to talk about somewhat lighter stories. And I promise, I'm not going to spend too much time here on this story. But here's the deal, folks. I personally have never really liked the actor Vince Vaughn. Okay, look, for one, I think he's a pretty crappy actor. I'll be honest. I think he's actually not that good of an actor. But there was always something about Vince Vaughn, just something about him, sort of a frat boy jerkishness of him. And I lived in Chicago a good deal, and I know some people who actually, in the service industry, who served Vince Vaughn in restaurants and whatnot. And I've been told by more than one person that he's really not the nicest person when it comes to the service industry and treating waiters and people with respect. I mean, it's not like he's like throwing drinks in people's faces or anything like that, but apparently he's not. I've been told by more than one person that he's not the best tipper in the world. So anyway, on Wednesday, my long misgivings about Vince Vaughn have now in fact been vindicated, as it has been officially announced that Vince Vaughn is partnering with none other than Glenn Beck. That's right, folks. I am not kidding. Vince Vaughn is partnering with Glenn friggin' Beck. Vince is partnering with Glenn Beck's The Blaze TV to make a reality TV show. I'm not joking. So what is this reality TV show? Well, apparently it's going to be a contest for aspiring right-wing documentary filmmakers. That's what it is. They're looking for I don't know. They're looking for America's next James O'Keefe. Vince Vaughn's going to be asking people, can you dress like a pimp and lie and destroy people's lives? So I don't know if Vince is actually going to be on the show himself, but according to the show's website, Glenn Beck, Vince Vaughn, and two other people are going to be the ones who are actually reviewing the submissions for people to be on this thing. So Vince Vaughn's name is on the website. And look, I can totally see Glenn Beck getting into the reality TV game. I could see him doing shows like Sobbing with the Stars, or Seceding American Idol, or The American Racism. Something like that. Well, anyway, my point here, and I'm going to move on here, but it's good to see that my initial dislike for Vince Vaughn that I've had for quite some time has shown itself to be the right call. It's good to know that my instincts are still correct. Who knows? Maybe this is a smart career move for Vince Vaughn. Partnering with someone like Glenn Beck. Two new polls, more on that. Actually, two new polls actually show that there actually probably in the United States of America actually is a very good and untapped market for crazy right-wingers that Vaughn can maybe tap into and get some cash from. One poll found, ladies and gentlemen, that 49% of Republicans believe that Acorn is responsible for Barack Obama's re-election. That's right. 49% believe Acorn is responsible. Acorn, which no longer exists. It no longer exists thanks to crazy, horrible, right-wing documentary dude James O'Keefe, which apparently Vince Vaughn and Glenn Beck want to spawn more of. They want more people destroying groups like Acorn, which wasn't responsible for Obama's election in the first place, but again, Acorn, which actually did really good work about getting poor people registered and also keeping poor people in their homes. Yeah, we really don't want that in this country. But anyway, 49%, 1 out of 2 Republicans. You put 2 Republicans in a room, ladies and gentlemen, one of them believes something demonstrably false. They believe something that is flatly untrue. 49%. They believe that, frankly, because of people like Glenn Beck. People like Glenn Beck. That is why so many people are so unbelievably misinformed. Another poll actually found that this poll actually found that 1 out of 4 Republicans want their state to secede from the Union. That's right. 1 out of 4 Republicans, 25% of Republicans. Look, we can joke about secession all we want, and we have on this show before. We talked about all those ridiculous online petitions, but that is a lot of goddamn people, folks. That is a lot of people who got to this point because, again, of people like Glenn Beck and Rush Limbaugh and Karl Rove, but not even just pundits, but even bigger people like Rick Perry, who got them so angry and so worked up about the supposed socialist, Marxist, Muslim, communist Barack Obama doing stuff like giving them access to health care or something like that. They got them so angry and so worked up that they, in fact, want their state to leave the Union. They want their state to secede. Folks, that is a lot of people, and just goes to show our country is a seriously messed up place.